Yo, what's going on, guys? Emperor Weave here, and today I'm going to be covering One Piece chapter 1007. And to be honest with you guys, if I had to use one word to describe my reaction to this chapter, it would be surprised all the way around the board. The ending was especially surprising. However, I find it hard to believe that what we're seeing is what we're truly seeing, and I've come up with a few explanations of what's happening. Although it could be very well what it's supposed to be, but who knows? Anyway, let's get right into it. So we start this chapter off basically seeing all of the men Hyogoro's defeated by using Queen's virus to his advantage. Even Appu and X-Drake are surprised to see the devastation he's caused. And X-Drake even references this moment as a reason to why Wano is feared around the world. Which takes us back to the beginning of the arc with Akainu not jumping out of the window and actually respecting their power as samurai in Wano. I mean, to be fair, we've seen some pretty strong swordsmen from Wano with Oden, Hyogoro, Denjiro, Asha, Kawamatsu, Kinemon, etc. And the main thing they all have in common is advanced armament, so it makes sense. By the way, am I the only one who has no idea what Oda has planned for Appu? It's different with X-Drake because we know that he plans to ride out this situation until he can leave the island. With Appu, he seems like a bona fide beast pirate. But he's had ample chances to get knocked out of commission by Kid and even Zoro. Drop your ideas for Appu in the future. Man, I'm telling you guys, I'm literally Katakuri Jr. with the future sight. I literally said in my last review that Oda doesn't do his character deaths in this manner, and that Chopper will probably come through last minute with the antibodies before Hyogoro gets beheaded. I know I'm making my GOAT proud. Guys, this is what I love about Oda. This is exactly what I wanted to see from Chopper during this arc. This goat of a doctor knew that it would take too long to distribute the cure to everybody, so he decides to use the cure to create his own kind of fast-spreading virus to counteract Queen's virus in explosive form. The mushroom cloud from the explosion even kinda looks like Chopper's face a little bit. Even Queen's surprised that he has this kind of technique being on the Straw Hat's pirate ship. But what Queen failed to realize, as Chopper explained, was that every member has their own specialties that they've honed in different parts of the world during the 2-year time skip. Maybe Chopper saying this is a sign that we might see Nami use some of what she's learned in Weatheria to strengthen her lightning, like she mentioned a few chapters ago about it needing to be stronger. Maybe she could possibly do it without Zeus. And maybe we might see some new pop greens from Usopp. Hopefully. As Chopper explains why viruses shouldn't be used as weapons, Queen shoots at Chopper, but the pledges that he basically called worthless, that he basically said was only useful as time bombs, blocks the bullets for Chopper. They've actually decided to quit Kaido's crew to protect them, which is kinda crazy. It kinda gives credence that some of the beast pirates will become part of the Grand Fleet after Kaido's defeat, which would be fire. In a way, this is kinda like Chopper's God Usopp moment. And that giant slap that he gave Queen for calling him out of his animal race, and everyone's response actually had me laughing like crazy. This was an excellent Chopper moment, Oda. Side note, it's actually been brought to my attention that we might actually be getting the chapters named after the Straw Hats in reverse order of how they were separated by Kuma before the time skip. We got Straw Hat Luffy, who was the last one to be sent away, then we got Demon Child Robin, and now Chopper. If this is true, then the next Straw Hat moment should be Nami's, which should be Fuego. But it would make perfect sense to do it in this manner because the first one to be sent away by Kuma was Zoro, which would take us straight back up to the rooftop, and we would jump right back into the battle with the Yonko. Something to think about. So we end up moving to Yamato with Momo, where we see that Momo is doubting himself, which is completely normal. Anyone his age would feel pressure having to fill Oden's gigantic shoes. He actually transforms into his dragon forms and slips out of Yamato's clothes, which shocks Yamato. This probably is going to lead to something interesting, seeing as how Yamato knows how Kaido's fruit work. We just have to wait and see. With that being said, we get some incredibly informative dialogue from CP0 that pretty much confirmed a lot of theories. It was confirmed that when Kaido was captured by the Marines in the past, Vegapunk extracted samples from him to try and recreate his devil fruit. When the Marines asked for the fruit, Vegapunk insisted that it was a failure, and it was left on Punk Hazard. To this day, CP0 can't pinpoint what happened to the fruit, and can only hope that it was destroyed in Punk Hazard's explosion. But obviously that turned out to be the fruit that Momo ate. Makes you wonder what Oda's gonna have Momo do with it. He probably has all of Kaido's abilities, he just hasn't tapped into them yet. But we've already seen him use one with the clouds. Okay, now let's talk about the star portion of this chapter that everyone's going to talk about until next chapter is released. Oden is potentially alive. Yes, you've heard right. Oden is potentially alive, and he's revealed himself to the Scabbards. The reason why I say potentially is because I don't all the way believe that it's Oden. And I have two explanations of who this Oden figure might be. It could be either A, Kanjuro having drawn Oden perfectly to use his likeness in some sort of scheme involving Orochi's return, or B, it's the fox from the bridge, aka Yukimaru, who transformed into him for whatever reason. Maybe having something to do with Hiyori, who was actually crying over the Scabbards a few chapters ago and nursed them back to health, but she still doesn't want to be seen by them just yet. I'm pretty sure that she's the person that Kawamatsu thought he saw. At least that's what I believe. I feel like showing Oden is a way for Oda to kind of sidetrack us and make us think that it's actually Toki. But I truly believe that this is Hiyori. But at the same time, I could just be thinking too much and it's actually what it is. In the comment section, let me know down below what you make of this ending. Do you believe in one of my theories or do you have something else in mind? All in all, this was a really good chapter. Really well executed, Oda, and I'm happy that you gave Chopper his shine. This is the end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with my latest content, and also don't forget to click the noti bell. This was Wave, and I'm out. Peace.